Welcome to this tutorial on creating a custom asynchronous loading screen system in Unreal Engine using C++. Loading screens are a crucial part of any professional game, and today we'll learn how to implement one from scratch. Loading screens serve three crucial purposes in game development. First, they mask loading operations, preventing players from seeing unloaded assets or empty scenes. Second, they maintain player engagement during necessary pauses. And third, they add that professional polish that players expect from modern games. Hi everyone, I'm Philip Kristevsky. Before we dive into today's tutorial on asynchronous loading screens, let me quickly introduce myself. I've spent over 18 years in game development and have dedicated the last 14 years to games education. As an authorized Unreal instructor, I specialize in advanced game development topics, particularly AI systems, gameplay mechanics, and UI design, with a strong emphasis on C++ implementation. Today's topic combines several of these areas. I will be creating a professional loading screen system using C++. Now, let's get started with our asynchronous loading screen implementation. Creating a loading screen isn't as simple as displaying an image or a widget. We'll tackle several technical challenges in this tutorial. We need to ensure our loading screen runs on a background thread to keep the game responsive. We'll handle non-blocking UI updates to prevent freezing, and we'll manage efficient asset loading while maintaining cross-level persistence. Our journey will take us through several key areas of Unreal Engine development. We'll work with the Movie Player module for background loading, create custom Slate UI for our screen, implement our own game module, and integrate everything through a custom game instance. We will also add the ability to create new custom project settings so that we can easily configure our loading screen module. By the end, you'll understand not just how to create a loading screen, but how these essential Unreal Engine systems work together. For this tutorial, we'll be working with a basic game project creating using Unreal Engine 5's first-person C++ template. I've added a few essential features to help us test our loading screen implementation effectively. Our starting project includes 4 key scenes: a main menu level where players begin their experience, a credit screen, a game level featuring the first-person gameplay mechanics, and a pause menu that can be triggered during gameplay. This setup provides an ideal testing environment for a loading screen system because it gives us multiple scenarios where level transitions occur. We'll be able to test our loading screen between different types of levels and ensure it works smoothly in various situations. For those following along, you have 2 options. You can either use your own similar project setup or download the starter project I've prepared. The most important thing is to ensure you can compile and run the project successfully before we start implementing our loading screen system. The final project will contain a loading screen before certain maps as well as project settings that we can use to configure the loading screen module. Before we dive into development, let's review what you'll need to follow along with this tutorial. First, you'll need Unreal Engine 5.5 or higher installed on your system. Make sure it's properly set up and you can create and compile C++ projects. For development, you'll need a C++ IDE. I recommend either Visual Studio, which is the traditional choice for Unreal Engine development, or Writer, which is a powerful alternative that many developers prefer for its Unreal-specific features. I also recommend having a basic understanding of C++ concepts such as classes and pointers, knowledge of Unreal Engine's basic features, and editor interface. Don't worry if you're not an expert in all these areas. I'll explain each concept as we go along, and we'll build everything step by step. The goal is to understand not just what we're building, but why we're building it this way. Ready to get started? Let's dive in and create a professional loading screen system that you can use in your own projects. In the next video, we will be adding a custom game instance class which will incorporate all of the logic that we'll create.